To me, what is right is in the freedom of all people, and that must be the ultimate issue, the most pressing question, the most valid fight, correct? But morality and freedom are subjective, right and wrong differ from person to person. Is there a right and is there a wrong? In a truer form, I have naively dug myself deeper and deeper into this hole of questions without digging outwards. Now I stand tightly at the bottom of this hole, too far from the surface to jump out and no room to climb. Due to the minimal space surrounding me, my only option is to struggle further and dig. It gets hard to breathe sometimes down here. Part of me wishes my oxygen would run out, or that someone may perchance stumble upon my hole hearing my muffled mumbles below the earth, and pull me out. However, if I am pulled out or if my oxygen is used up, the digging was in vain and pointless, and people would fill the hole in with the excess and return it to its original form. Perhaps my purpose in life is solely to dig and dig until the rain pours into my pit and drowns me. But for now I remain stagnant. I remain surrounded and buried in my own questions that are not for me to ask. I am not sure what to do. A very large part of me urges myself to snap out of it.
You are not really in this hole. You are in a house in a city with money and food and access to happiness. Aren't you making a big deal out of this? Aren't you just being pretentious or forcing yourself into these mental situations in order to prove to yourself and others that your levels of intelligence are not as subpar as you are aware they are?
And awareness is an important thing. The creation of this over-exaggerated crisis forms from an overwhelming wave of sudden self-awareness with my art. What am I creating? Why should I create? What is it all for? Is what I have to say worth listening to?
Look at others. They create soundly and safely without forcing themselves to answer impossible questions that they aren't intelligent enough to answer. So why do you? You just want to be special. Your self-awareness brings to your attention the fact that your work and your mind are, above all else, mediocre.
It is a rather annoying argument to have to hear constantly, I will be honest. Neither side is willing to compromise with the other. I have a headache from the shouting and squabbling.